Okay, so the person who taught me to ride a motorbike when I was 13 had a stroke, and they could no longer ride bikes after that, and it just kind of changed my focus into wanting to do something to enable people who'd had accidents to be able to ride a conventional bike, or something that felt like a conventional bike.
So my name is Orange Phase. I started biking cross-country when I was about 13 and went all the way to World Cups. I then switched to enduro and downhill and was professional in enduro for a couple of years. During my career I had a lot of concussions and a pretty serious head injury that I recovered okay. And then I had one in 2015 and my brain just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I had to stop riding my bike then.
Lorraine was good friends with Orange Bike Switzerland, and through a mutual contact they found out about me and that I'd been working on this bike for about 5 years at this point. They got in touch with me and I came out here to meet the guys at Orange Bike Switzerland and Lorraine, and we got Lorraine on the prototype. It worked really well for her. So then what happened was they put me in touch with Orange Bike UK. I went back over to the UK and talked to the guys at Orange, and we came up with a way that we could work together to build a bike for Lorraine.
Luckily, because I rode the prototype last year, I had most of the main technique already somehow managed. So first day I could ride my bike, we could straight go to the trail and stuff.
So what does the AD3 linkage do that other adaptive bikes don't? Well, some of the key elements are that it actually separates out the leaning balance and the steering. So this is the leaning linkage. So it's my design, but Orange fabricated the actual mechanical linkage and Rideworks made the bearing arrangement. What this actually allows the bike to do is lean over up to potentially 45 degrees, which allows the rider then to interact with this, which is the balance handlebar, which is on one side for Lorraine. She's stronger on one side, so she can balance at low speed or when she's stationary on uneven terrain or rough terrain, and she can also do that in a dynamic sense, so she can actually do it in a continuous movement.
I can't describe it because it just feels like riding, plus the bike's working so well. Like on the down, it's just feeling like being on a downhill bike that just eats everything and it's so smooth, and it's really hard to describe, but I guess the only way is to really miss something for 6 years and then be able to do it again.
So What we really wanted to do with this adaptive mountain bike is show the potential that these bikes could have. So for example, when we get Lorraine on there, we can see that she can keep up with ex-EWS level riders on this bike, and I think that's going to be really powerful. In terms of having two front wheels at the front, it actually increases the grip at the front of the bike by 50% over a conventional bike. This is a real important advantage for this type of bike, because actually having your centre of mass relatively fixed means that you put a lot of extra load on the front wheels and you demand more grip. Lorraine is a wheelchair user, so she can't pedal, so we've got a 2 kilowatt Paradox motor here and a quarter throttle on her right hand. Hope provided the braking and the wheels and the original headsets of the bike, as well as all of the running gear, and Fox provided the suspension. We went with Fox 38s because these are standard fitment on the Orange Phase bike. It was really important to me that the bike was manufactured in an environmentally and sustainably friendly way, which is why we've chosen aluminium as a key component. All of the materials in this bike have actually come from partly recycled sources and can be fully recycled at its end of life.
Having disabilities like I do means you often really dependent on other people, and that was something that was so hard for me to accept and is still really difficult. So having a tool that allows me to go on adventures and to go places just by myself is something absolutely incredible. It gives me so much freedom. It's something you can't really describe and understand if you're not in a situation of dependency. What's amazing with this design is that it opens not only adaptation for different disabilities, but it also opens up having adaptive bike for different discipline. And here you'll be able to actually get the bike you want as a biker and not only as an adaptive biker.